Hey, I hope you're doing well. I just wanted to come to you and talk to you about recruiting. Um, it's definitely the most important part of our business and how we grow. Recruiting is, it's all about growing your commission check, but also recruiting is where you find your next leaders. So we have to continue to recruit. And we all know that the majority of who that joins our team are there for a hobby or something to call their own. You have to excuse me, I got a lot of kids in the background. My neighbor's kids are over. But that's a part of getting to work from home, right? So recruiting is just a vital part of who we are as leaders among our industry. And so I've had a lot of fun over the past few months and probably broken some of my personal records in recruiting. And just this month alone, I've had 5 new recruits. And there's some things that have attributed to that, and I want to make sure I share those with you. And so maybe you're trying to grow your business as well. So there's no rocket science to it. It really is just a matter of sharing your business. Okay, so I wanted to share something that I was working on today. I'm going to show this to you very quickly. One of my favorite people in 31 is a senior director named Kia Young. And one of the things that she told me, one of the best advice that she gave me was to always have a working list of 10 people at all times that you were talking to about the business. And so I think I think since May, I've had, somewhere around 15 recruits. So I think I had 3 in May. I want to say I had 3 in July and 3 in June. So 3, I think I've had 3 every month, and then 5 this month so far, with one that's promising to join next week as soon as she gets home from vacation. And I think the reason why is because of that very thing that Kia got me to start doing, is to create this list of 10. And so my list of 10 is written out here. I have, their name written. I've actually got a second list going. It's continued on the next page. So I actually have 12 on my list right now. And these are still, open-ended. So these are women that I have yet to finish following up with. They've responded. They've gotten the information. They're looking it over. Some are asking for more time. Some have given me a startup date. Not everyone is near me, and so I'm not able to do a party with them. I will help them online and doing things just like this with their Zoom calls. And so I'll share this, this with you. But basically, it's just a list. It has, let me click that off. This has nothing to do with anything magic. It's just a list. My first list was literally on a card like this. And as people joined, I would cross them off. So the basic, the premises of this is just with their names, you've got it on there. You've got a place for their address, so if you need to contact them. And then just writing some notes. I already heard back from one of my girls, and she wants to look at it in January. And so I've written a note, and in January I've got her address. I will send her the new kit when that's available in January. So there's lots of different reasons why people might not be able to join right now. But really with this list, you got to keep it rolling. So as someone says not right now, add someone else to that list. Where am I finding these women? These are really good customers. These are women who have suggested doing a fundraiser. These are women who have talked about staying at home, changing jobs, needing more money. And a lot of these, the reason why they made it onto my list is because I simply ask one question. And that is, have you ever thought about selling 31? That's it. And, sometimes I think it's a little bit less intimidating if you just say, can I just send you some information to look at? And they say yes, and you send it out, and they look it over, and you've got them intrigued by the beautiful kit, by the easy questions and answers that they're allowed to ask you. I always say, you can ask me anything, nothing's off the table. So they can ask me anything about, how much time I spend with my business, how many parties I do, how about taxes, whatever it is that they want to know. I don't hide anything from them. And so I think the idea is just starting a recruiting culture. And one of the things that I think I failed at is really helping my consultants do the same thing. And so that's one of the things I really want to step it up since I left National Conference is just sharing with our new consultants. It's okay to go ahead and start recruiting. You don't have to be afraid of it. Letting them know that the same support that's there for them is there for their new recruits. And so I used to be kind of intimidated to share with my new recruits, hey, you know, you can earn that $100 bonus by sharing with somebody that you know. I always felt like I was overwhelming them, but really just simplify it down. Get them excited about that first start swell and who's going to join their team. That's two things that anybody can do. And so I'm really excited about my new recruits since May, because most of them have already submitted their first parties. They're already talking to their friends and family about the new catalog. So they're getting excited about what's happening. And with this new start swell, I feel like the ground has been laid out for us to even have a stronger, you know, start. So besides this quick, easy form, there's really nothing to it. You don't need to print it off. You can write your own out. Just name and just follow up notes, things that you know you're doing. Another thing that I always send with my recruits, I try not to overwhelm them. For a while there, I was just sending too much information. And so let me show you this really quickly if I can find it. Let's see. I have a recruiting. This one right here is, are you curious? Okay, this is something I made up, and I don't mind sharing it with you as well. You can go in and change the information to match you. It's just some questions that a lot of people ask. How many nights of the week do you work? How much money do you make? Who pays for all the rewards and hostess things? Because, you know, there are some direct selling businesses out there that require the consultant to cover the hostess rewards, and that's a really good perk. All of these questions that I feel like a lot of them ask. So sometimes I will send this Are You Curious questionnaire with my hostesses pack, because that's another thing, is you really want to make sure that you're trying to flip your hostess, especially someone who's doing a catalog party or a fundraiser. You know, you can just present it to them. Hey, have you thought about just joining as a consultant, making this fundraiser your first party? And just kind of showing them the benefits of running that fundraiser. You know, they're going to be able to give that money over to the charity that they're working with. They're going to be able to take the hostess rewards. They're going to be able to earn that first start swell, and then just see how they feel about running a business when they're done. And a lot of people get excited about this because it's something that they know they can tackle. And so if you're interested in my Are You Curious file, I'm happy to share that with you as well. And so really that's it. There is no magic to it. I really do ask everyone when I book a party before the night of their party. I always ask the hostess if they're interested in making this party their debut party. And then I can tell them that the party orders and anyone who books a party is theirs. That's been pretty successful. I would say, you know, maybe about one every other month, a hostess will do that. And then just always asking when someone goes online and places an order, if you've gotten those home office leads, always ask them if they want to join your team. Because if they are searching in their area, that means they do not have a hostess. I mean, they do not have a consultant. So when someone places an order online, I print off that order. I send it in the mail with a flyer about joining my team and the Are You Curious questionnaire. And then when I follow up with them, when they've gotten their order, when I know that it's shipped and it's been delivered, I follow up with them. I always ask them, so did you get that information about joining? We'd love to have you become a part of 31. And so really the magic is in two things: asking and following up. Asking and following up over and over and over. Keep this list going. And this is the thing. When I started making my list of 10, it wasn't immediate. It's something that's going to be ongoing. But now that this conversation is happening month after month, I'm seeing a growth in my recruiting. So don't think this is going to be a magic pill that once you write the list, suddenly, you know, 5 people are going to join your team tomorrow. This is an ongoing conversation. I've had people that I've talked to as much as 2 years about joining my team. The time has to be right for them. I want to feel them out and make sure that everything is lined up so that when they do join, they feel like it was a good decision on their part. We all know that that $99 kit is worth the value of the $99. But we don't want someone to get this kit and it to be staring at them for weeks and they feel like they're a failure. And so I don't mind having this conversation go on and on. So anyways, that's my suggestion for you, is write that list. And then, you know, when they join, not being afraid to tell them to write their own list and start thinking about who they can have to join their team. So hopefully let's start a recruiting culture with our team and just helping them to, everyone on the team know that they're welcome, whether they want a hobby or business, they're welcome to invite people to come and join them and have fun with their pink box. So thank you, ladies. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask.